You know, folks, sorry about that at the beginning, but, you know, for the past few months, past year, a couple of years, we've criticized YouTube, and rightfully so, for some of the changes they have made, and mostly for some of the changes Google, who owns YouTube, basically has enforced on the YouTube service. You know, recently it was the whole take out the comments and only comment through Google Plus and all that situation. That ticked off, doing that recently ticked off a lot of people. To the point that obviously Google has seen the error of the ways and they're like, okay, obviously that wasn't a popular decision, how do we fix it? And obviously they're doing it in a way that allows you to still see messages when you go to the community section on your page, on your uploading page. You go to the community section and you click on inbox and you can see what people are saying. And also it seems that they're going to be bringing out comment moderation and stuff like that very soon. So obviously they have realized, oops, people do like to read the comments. They don't want to go through all this unnecessary stuff, so let's just give it to them the way they want it. You know, just basically give it to them the way they want. And apparently that's what they've been doing. They've been, I guess, working on a situation or on a method to not only keep, I guess, that Google Plus thing going, but keep it simple so that people don't have to go to Google Plus to check or go to emails, or go to the Google Plus to check the comments. They can just check it at the community section in the inbox. You know, at the community section in the inbox, so that it'll be easier for them. And of course, moderation. That was something I talked about when I talked about this whole situation blowing up in the face. Moderation. You want to moderate who's going to comment who, and then take what basically feels like it's going to be spam or inappropriate and toss it to the side. You know, so again, you know, we could say as much as we want to about YouTube. There's, and rightfully so. I mean, no offense to YouTube, despite some of the changes they've undergone, whether it was their decision or was ultimately Google's decision or was a result of media corporations, movie corporations and stuff like that, just not getting with the times, if you will. You know, I don't know if it's that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was or what it has been when it comes to those changes. Like I said, either it's Google themselves enforcing the changes, whether it's YouTube making the changes, whether it's the YouTube division making the changes themselves, or whether it's being forced upon because of all the multimedia movie conglomerates and stuff, music people, all the multimedia people that are not just with the with the times. Hold on for a second. But like I said, depending on which area mostly is responsible for YouTube undergoing all these changes, and thus getting the criticism that they deserve, and rightfully so at times, which has helped, I guess, open their eyes and realize, oops, we made a boo-boo on some of these decisions, and not a lot of people really like them. You know, despite all that rightful criticism that they get, you know, they are still the #1 video uploading site in the world. If not one of the top, if not the top websites in the world. And one of the reasons, and one of the most underappreciated reasons for this, to me, is when you're able to upload a video, like I'll be uploading this one, and you'll be able to choose an option of either you want your video to be public, unlisted, or private. And those are the three, and that is the one part of the uploading process that I think kind of gets underlooked, is your personal viewing preference on YouTube. You see, we all know, you see, for a majority of us, videos like this, like the one I'm doing now, in the video and audio videos and fan vids you've seen me put up, you know, we have no problem sharing that with the public. Because we know we're either going to get, because we know we'll get comments. Sometimes, most times, the comments are very positive, very friendly, if you will, very encouraging. And some, of course, are just a bunch of people that want to be douchebags. End of story. But still, despite that, you know, that's basically for a lot of us a personal preference, because we want to share what we have to say, share our work, share our creativity with the world, and basically also share our thoughts and opinions on certain topics and stuff. But then, of course, you have the other options, the other viewing preferences of either unlisted and private. Unlisted basically means it's sort of public. It's just that unless you give the link to somebody else, no one will really see it unless you give them that link. Private, though, now, I'm sure there are some people that use that option, unlisted, but probably not as much as they use the next option, which is private. And anytime I've looked for a video under a certain name, or I've had a video in my history queue, and all of a sudden that video goes to private, that basically says the person wants to watch the video, or only them, and only them alone. And that, to me, is one of the more underappreciated things. You see, we all know that sometimes certain moments in life, personal moments in life, are privately held, and you want to keep to yourself. And sometimes, if these are relatively personal, private moments, if you know what I mean, relative, if you know what I mean, like gatherings, get-togethers, whatever, we want to keep those private, or we just want to keep them among family and friends. Among family, I should say. We just want to keep them among family. Well, you see, that's where YouTube's private option, private viewing option comes into play. You see, Facebook, for all the criticism it may get, you know, Facebook, for all the criticism it may get, positive and negative, the one thing that's limited them, the one limitation that they have, is they only give you a window of just around or below 20 minutes to upload for video. Just, you know, right at or just below 20 minutes. And that's about it. And if that's not enough, and if that's not the case, they only give you a certain amount of megabytes to go beyond, to use, a certain amount of megabytes to use, before it tells you it can't upload it because the megabyte or gigabytes are too big, or the video is beyond 20 minutes. And that's the advantage a company like YouTube has. They give you that option to basically, if you want to have, I mean, for me, for someone like me, let's say I take a lot of video with my camera that I'm using right now, but it's little short videos doing get-togethers with family and friends. Of course I'm going to want to keep that private, so what do? I basically edit it together into maybe a video that goes beyond 20 minutes, and some have, but I also edit it together, and the only option I have is to put it on the YT under the private section. Heck, when I go to my history and I look up the video I saw, whether it's of a get-together or a family event or something like that, it's private. It is. It is private. It doesn't show no picture. It says on the side, private video. So, to me, that is an to me, something like this is really underappreciated on YouTube. I mean, yeah, YouTube, like I said at the beginning, deserves all the criticism it gets. Google, who runs YouTube, deserves all the criticism they get. But if you take all that criticism and you put it to the side and you look at the positives, one of the most underappreciated positives is the personal viewing experience. I mean, there is a lot of people out there that do what I do. They take some of these moments and they put them on YouTube, but in a private section, so that only they, and if they choose so, only family can watch it. Only they and family could watch it. Nobody else. Now you might say, well, what about the people on YouTube? I don't even think the people running YouTube do it. It's more automatic. It's more computer sensory, all computer, it's all automatic, computer automatic, if you know what I mean. Basically, it's like it gets uploaded, the computer reads if you got a third-party song in there or not, and that's about it. Mostly at the time, it's just like mostly what private video is, the private video option is on YouTube, on places like YouTube and maybe Blimp and Dailymotion, is basically making it like your own private home video, home movie collection. That's about it. It's basically your own private home movie collection. And nobody can take that away from you. Nobody. Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can say anything. And the only views that count are your views. And that's about it. It's your views and nobody else's. That's why when you look at the comments, you don't see no comments, because it's basically the private video section is your own personal library. And that's about it. So, to me, despite all the criticism that YouTube and Google get, and they rightfully do deserve the criticism that they get because of some of the changes they thought were going to be good, but then kind of backfire in the face, and they find out, okay, maybe we need to do something that's similar but works within the system for the people that support the website and in the service. Despite all that criticism, if you put that all aside and you look at the positives, one of the most underappreciated positives is the personal viewing experience. And experience an option you get to choose when you upload a video. So that, to me, that's one of the more underappreciated positives on YouTube. So that's all I'm going to say on it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. And I will talk to you all later. That was the recycling truck going by, but I will talk to you all later. But let me know if you guys agree with what I had to say. Peace out. God bless.